Maybe he's spying on me.
You should trust no one. You should trust me.
G'day and welcome back to Atomfall. What you just heard was the phone box in Skillimore, and I was making my way back through to Wyndham Village on the way to the forest. And like he was reading my mind, he sort of chimed in and said, don't trust Dr. Tanner. That's interesting, because that's who we're turning the radio towers back on for. So he's aware of what we're doing. Now, I was on my way back through town. I was going to start the video at the edge of the forest, when I came back and I heard this.
Attention! There has been a theft from the village hall. Do you have any information about this crime? If so, report it immediately to the protocol officer. Remember, colluding with criminals is a serious offense.
So it looks like another lead here in the village. At the village hall, there's been a theft. And I don't think I've heard that announcement before, so maybe something's been triggered, but I thought I'd go in and check it out. I'm not sure I've explored this before. I've definitely walked past it a couple of times. Also, we've got some soldiers here, maybe investigating the theft. Transmission log. Okay, a bunch of date stamps. Reception test. Negative. 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 Positive within zone. Convoy. Positive within zone. Convoy 5. Negative. Negative. Okay. So they're trying to make contact. Curious about what was stolen. Glue. Everything seems very civilized in here.
Do as you're told, right?
You look like the person to ask.
New face.
Captain Grant Sims.
Good day. You'll forgive me if I'm less than cordial on first acquaintances, I'm sure. New faces often mean trouble. And yet, they may bring new opportunities, too. Tell me, where have you come from?
Well, I just finished breaking someone out of your prison. I'm just a wanderer, trying to stay alive.
If you wandered out there and survived, then you're doing better than most. But I'm sure there's more to you than that, eh? In case it wasn't made clear to you on the way in, Wyndham is under the protection of the protocol.
I'm well aware of that by
You
now.
are permitted to move freely through the village. For now, at least. Consider it a gesture of goodwill. I hope it'll be reciprocated. But don't go causing any trouble here. Is that clear? And if trouble finds you, make sure you report it. Post haste. Now, there are certain things I like to discuss with new faces such as you. I would hope a stranger like you can provide me with some information.
Really? What makes you think I have any information to give?
This isn't Scarborough, with holidaymakers just swanning about the place. No, being a visitor here puts you in a very unique position. I want to know where you came from. I want to know what you can tell me about the outside.
I'm not sure I can help with that.
Trust me, you will be much better off aiding protocol than crossing us. Be under no illusions. We must eradicate the corruption that festers here before there is any hope of leaving this blasted place. If we were to work together, you and I, perhaps we might make some progress towards such an outcome. But step out of line, and I will revoke your liberties here just as quickly as they were given.
Alright.
So
Nobody
I ask
tell this
again,
bloke what I did at the prison, alright?
Did you come from the outside? What do you know?
What do I know? My memories are gone. I don't know where it came from.
Well, this is disappointing. I was hoping you'd have something you were willing to share. We imprison strangers at the first whiff of trouble, but you can keep your liberties for now. I trust that will be more conducive to a timely recollection of your origins. In the meantime, be wary of this place. Do not be tempted to engage with any of the pagan sentiments some of the locals may try to foist on you.
I don't like this fella.
Such beliefs are dangerous and forbidden. Do I make myself clear? And if you still wish to have protocol's aid, you'll just have to make yourself useful to me in other ways.
I bet you tell me what got stolen. What sort of
The
ways?
civilians in this village are a shady lot. Resistant to discipline and up to no good, I'm sure of it. We can hardly get the time of day out of them. But you're an outsider. They may not trust you exactly, but nor are they immediately suspicious of you. Sniff around. Keep your ears open. If you find anything I should know, come to me with it. If you want somewhere to start, well, we've had our eyes on Iris, the baker. I could send a
With
patrol
the
in,
infected
of course,
husband?
but a softer approach might prove more efficacious.
I think I'm way ahead of you there,
Oh,
Captain.
and another thing. I've just had a runner tell me of some commotion at the prison. Our
really?
is currently out of commission, so I don't have the full gen yet.
Prison, you say? Huh, don't know anything about that.
If you encounter a scientist, Dr. Garrow, you should beware. I take no pleasure in ordering the death of a woman, but she's a threat to everyone in the zone. If you
I wonder if you can tell me why that is.
I strongly advise you to kill her instantly. No talk, no moments of mercy. Fire and be done.
It's a bit harsh. I do have something to report, apparently. Interesting that the dialogue sort of reflects what I've already achieved before I met this character. Alright, what have I got to report?
Yes, what is it?
Oh, the church. I'm not getting anywhere with those guys, am I? Maybe I need to... Maybe this will get things moving. Yeah, send someone to the church. There's been a murder.
There's been a what? Sergeant, take a squad to the church at once. And the culprit? Surely not the vicar.
Yes. No. He seemed very keen to cover it up.
Good Lord! One cannot even trust a man of God in this place. Now do you see why this place is under military discipline? I fought rebels in the Malayan jungle, and let me tell you, that was positively genteel in comparison to this wretched village. You can hardly call them English hereabouts anymore. Something in the land here is corrupting them all.
Yeah, I got that.
You've done the right thing.
Got that idea.
Company. It's vital this sort of thing's nipped in the bud before it spreads.
Okay. Now I've given you some information. What can you do for me?
Straight to the point. Very good. I'm willing to extend the hand of friendship to you, which would include giving you access to our camp at Skethermore. With us on the same side, if a chance for leaving this zone comes, I can promise you a good chance of seeing the outside.
I'm afraid I've
But
already
before
seen
that-
that camp out, mate.
There's another matter in which I'd appreciate your assistance. It seems some of the villagers are unhappy with our recent enforcements of martial law and have allied themselves with the savages in the woods. The swine broke in here and stole several items. Most importantly, part of our radio set. Reparations for injustice.
Always with the radios. Every
I
faction
have no doubt
wants
that
bloody
they intend to
radios.
make a gift of them to those so-called druids as some sort of offering. That shower of feeble-witted maniacs thinks that anything scientific must be returned to the soil, as if radios are some form of root vegetable.
Oh yes, that was that giant pit full of electronics that I
What
found.
they took is critical and highly sensitive.
You want me to go get it?
Yes, that's the ticket. Listen, I have an escape plan. You've helped me, and I'm willing to reciprocate it by bringing you along when we leave. But it's all for nothing if we don't have the radio to send a signal requesting extraction. Once the interference field is cleared, If these druids have our radio equipment, I can make a good educated guess as to where they'll have salted it away. I'll mark the spot on your map for you. I cannot emphasize how vital repairing our radio is. Anything else you find there? Well, that can remain buried as far as I'm concerned.
Right. I have to agree or I have to say no? Can't just be like, yeah, sure, and just ignore it. Sure, I'll find your radio.
Excellent. Good luck.
Interesting. So yeah, everybody is just focused on getting a radio working. Burn cell recipe. Nip this in the bud. You need to deal with June at the tea room. She's smart, keeps her secrets well buried, but there's the stench of corruption about her. She's got history she's not telling us, I'm sure of it. Best nip this in the bud, if asked. It's standard sterilization protocol, and we've taken June to the detention facility. Don't let anyone inside the tea room once you've sterilized it. Bring back anything you find of hers. A bit of ammo, thank you very much. June's lockbox. Interesting. Protocol documents. Okay, couple of interesting bits of loot there. Interesting. I don't remember if I've met June. June's tea rooms.
Wish we could still get the light program.
First aid kit, probably helpful. Oh, hello there. And I suppose I should go to the church and see if I've stirred up any trouble for them with the report.
An actual murder. About time something instant happened around here.
I feel like I'm a detective in an Agatha Christie.
What? The acid bath killer.
You what?
Those murders a few years back in Notting Hill.
Not a... Bloody hell, mate. That's Reginald Christie, and he didn't do the acid bath. That was somebody else. What's his name? Haig.
Oh. So, who did this Agatha Christie kill?
I know great detectives are supposed to have idiots for sidekicks, but God love us, mate. Let's have no trouble, right?
Alright. No movement. I didn't know if the people in the church would sort of run and hide down there. Maybe leave it open behind them. So maybe they did nothing. Except acted as a an inn with the protocol. Little tea room. I'm gonna just sneak on in there. Maybe there's a key left behind. It's been completely gutted. Oh, that's nice. Well, we know what happened to June. We go back to the hall. There we go. June's errands. Visit the boathouse. Plant flowers beneath the nearby ruins. Oh, there'll be a boathouse down here, maybe. Don't think I've explored that area. Oh, a quick look. It's a bit of a distraction from what I was going to do. But I'm happy with this game. It just sort of throws me a little lead, and if it's interesting, I'll sort of follow it along and see what it takes me to. That looks like a bit of a boathouse. Plant flowers under nearby ruins, it also said. Over there, maybe. She just said visiting here, so it's most likely just a point of reference to where the ruins are. I wonder if I can sneak in. So it is off limits.
Not sure I like the look of you.
Doesn't seem to be a way in. So more interesting is below the ruins. Oh, hello. There's something down there. There we go. Protocol Secrets. June's Diary. Hello. So with the diary. When I met Francis, it was just after he got his promotion. He was assistant technician in the lab that was making the robots. We had no idea those buggers existed at the time, of course. The scientists weren't really supposed to mix with us a lot in the village. Told me an awful lot more than he should have. In the year we shared together, he started to learn things, working under that Garrow woman in her lab. They troubled him, so I listened. Not sure where he was when it happened. In his lab, most likely. I just hope it was quick for him. For all of them. Us in the village weren't so lucky. I should probably regret having out to do with him and his government secrets, but do I hell. Okay. And what was the other one? Here we go, Protocol Secrets. I'm burying this so that whoever digs it up might dig up the truth too, and because it's too dangerous for me to know this anymore. Here's what I know about the Protocol. We shouldn't be alive. Whatever disaster happened here, the Protocol should have buried us all along with it. There was more to that atom plant than they told us. They meddled with the earth and understood nout. There was a safe room for only the most important Bud employees to flee if the protocol was enacted. I don't know who these people were after all these years. I don't know if anyone's still there, but I know where it is. Below is a scribbled map to a bunker in Skethermore. Now this came up as already resolved, so I think it's somewhere I've already been. Field station? That's what we looked at in the last episode, wasn't it? Could be that one. Okay. That's a roundabout way of getting us back there. Alright, so interesting little lead and another example of taking a completely different path to essentially get clues to the same result. So, oh, you again.
Do not trust Captain Simmons.
Are you warning me about the protocol?
The protocol The quarantined area will be sacrificed.
Interesting. So, like I've mentioned, I'd like to trust that voice, but he's not giving me much to go on. Just basically don't trust anyone else.
You are reminded that any building marked as sterilized is off limits prior to demolition.
I'm running out of sort of open leads, I guess. With the radio tower in the woods. There's the robotics lab. Which doesn't seem too far out of my reach. I've also got the medical facility down in the interchange as well. And that's where I run into those, like, infected scientists, I guess. They were wearing the gas masks and didn't want to die. So, there's a bit to do. I'm curious if there's anything I can do with this now that I've got the signal redirector. What do you reckon? Is it worth? Can I squeeze in? Hello? And what does this do for me? Bar that just as a way out. Didn't even check for any patrols. Alright, nothing in here. Still a turret active up there. Well, they shouldn't see me. Whoop. Don't want that. Where's your power supply? How did anyone survive? I thought you said nobody survived Convoy 4. I found a trail of boot prints right from the wrecks and followed them for a mile until they went into dry ground. I'm telling you though, those prints were from new boots. Nothing like the ones you usually see in the zone. How did anyone survive what happened to Convoy 4? That's what I want to know. JG. Garrow, maybe? Someone can't interact with that directly. There's a nice new view of the plant. Oops. There it is. Now I'll turn this power on. Back down a level. Or do I have to turn the turrets back on? Oh, I kind of have. Could be right. Alright, what is in here? Scrap ammo. Training stim. Stock SMG. Which I have no room for. Concentrate them in Wyndham. Sergeant Cribbins. I cannot claim to be delighted by our situation and by the necessity of our actions either, but I overheard one of the men say we were behaving like the Wehrmachts. I will not let that stand. Impress upon them that the situation is unusual, urgent, and importantly temporary. While the walls stand, the safety of the civilians is our affair. If that means concentrating them in Wyndham against their wishes, then so it must be. Captain Sims. Interesting, okay. A bit of context to what's going on here. There's nothing I really want to drop from SMG, even though all these 3 rifles all use rifle ammo. Too valuable just to drop, I think. Oh, very good. Hopefully I can just walk right out of here with no dramas. And I was never there. So the plan for this one was to make it to the forest. The radio tower in the woods is here, up on a hill. And if the keycard isn't nearby, there's a couple of places I want to check. There was a crash site, which I think I did explore. But it seems like a logical place. Also the boatyard. And I think there was something up here. It was like a little quarry. Could have been the data store. There was something in this area. And there was some locked doors and a room full of poison gas that I couldn't proceed through, so I'm just going to check that out again as well. Oh, they respawn. That's good. Absolutely shattered. That is hilarious. I jumped. I think because I ran through here before and it was fine. But no, they do respawn eventually. Can I zap you? Not really. Keep it simple. Infection. Nearly killed me. Bloody hell. Antidote is poison. That's different, isn't it? Got me good there.
Let's have no trouble.
Steady now. We'll have no strife.
I'm sure it came from over here. Not safe yet.
Can I do this without wasting ammo? Looks like I should be able to. Oh, unless this guy ruins it. Oh, don't turn around.
Keep your eyes open.
That'll do. Okay, so it is powered. We can open it. And what does it say? Came here to get an SOS message out, but the tower console has been locked down. I don't have the keycard to bypass it. I know there's a copy of the keycard in bunker L9, but it's overrun by those horrifying creatures with blue eyes, and poison gas is leaking from the air ducts. Still have to try. If you're reading this, I haven't made it back. Please find that keycard, send out a message. It's the only way we're ever getting out of here. L9. Okay. That answers that question. Not it there. It is. That's not what I was thinking of. When I came to the dam the first time, there was like a little buried area with some locked doors and this one room that was just full of gas that I couldn't get into. That's what I was expecting. Oh, there we go. How's the ammo situation here with the rifle? Not fantastic. Quick skill check. Increased damage when heart rate is low. Reduces sway. Reduces recoil. Good damage would be nice. More health. Big staggering. Only costs 1. Reduced damage from melee. Might leave it there for the moment. I'm hoping that'll be enough to just be able to get a shot off on this guy without him surviving. I'll take 2 shots, I guess. Look at him prancing around over there. Where'd he go? Another door over there, is there? Where's he going? Oh, it sounds like there wasn't too many of them out here. I'd be hearing them or seeing them by now. You got nothing. Hey, you're not getting in there. So yeah, he has obviously run into the bunker. I'm just waiting for him to sprint out and jump scare me again. Bunker L9. That was where we were directed to, but what is this? Is that poison? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I wonder if that's connected to the poison I was talking about that I found earlier. Which I think might have been near the data store. So maybe. Well. Bring on the ferals. Doesn't seem too ridiculously radiated. Not at all. Oh, hang on. Little blue speck there. So that fungus stuff is growing here. Very similar to one of the early bunkers we found, I think. Pneumatic tube. Might keep the poison on me. That might be handy for that poison gas. I'm just going to chuck in battle rifle. Do I need the... I don't think I need to carry the knife. Might actually just leave it at that for the moment. See what we find in here. Okay, now this is a bit more expansive than the bunker I was thinking of. There's one right around that corner, but I'm hearing several. Expect it straight away. Oh, here we go. Anyone else? All right. Poison gas. Wouldn't you know it? Ventilation override, hey? Bandage will be good. Little path down there. No power. Well, let's have a little look. How's that going to work? Ventilation suggests that maybe we can just filter this gas out. Look at that. So maybe there's ventilation in the other bunker we just saw full of gas. Radio tower keycard. Well, there you go. Case, training stim, poison. What are you doing up here with a case full of poison? You set the poison in that room. Presumably. Bit of sabotage going on. What are we walking into here? Oh, this is the entrance. That was that first room right at the start. This is... Don't really know what this is. Oh. Okay, that just loops right around to the main room. The idea of squeezing through a gap like that into a room that you can't see into, I wouldn't be doing that. Put it that way. Hopefully we've already aggroed all of them and there's none left. Lots of loose bullets. Just gonna get real sneaky. I think I heard someone. Strange tonic. Soft beds, home cooking. For the longest time, it felt like an ideal from a children's novel, living in a fine house, fresh air and greenery, lake views, and a log fire in the evening. After the quarantine was imposed, I told the sisters they should come with us to the bunker. Much safer here, but no. Too set in their ways, I think. Prudence in particular couldn't bear the thought of change. Ah, these are the people at the manor. Bill still talks about the fresh-cut flowers Charity used to put out every day of the season. As I write this, I realise that I do too. That, the soft beds and the home cooking. Military-issue cots and ration packs are hardly the same. That's right. The lady in the manor said that the soldiers used to live there. Oh, yep, something's going on in there. Some robotics going on here. But nothing for me. So, he's buggered. Are you alone in here? Good. And who are you? That doesn't help me at all. Should have saved my ammo. I checked that, didn't I? Yep. Training stim. Pistol ammo. That's the back way to the office with the vent, so I guess that's it. Alright, well. Got what we came for, at the very least. I think it'll store something now. Might just pop that in. That. That'll do for now. Okay, all done. So theoretically we can open that radio tower up now. Power it on. And that was the last one, I believe. Yeah, there's still a feral on the loose out here. Just gonna double check he didn't just pop back into his little growth. Nope. Unfortunately, the vent didn't clear the gas from here. What does the antidote do? Cures poison, gives a resistance buff. Reduces build-up. Reduces damage from poison hazard. So maybe I just need to pop that and run through, I guess. Let's see how this works. Rusty Sten gun. Control room key. Proper antidote. Shotgun ammo. Made it. Hear footsteps. But anyway. Let's bandage up some of those poison injuries. So got a key, and I'm wondering if that's just for this thing across the way here. It was a B something or other. Oh, that's very nice and convenient. Ventilation override. Well, there you go. And back some shotgun ammo, which is lovely. Okay. That was the data store. I think I had been in there. Right, so this was the place I was thinking of. It is sort of connected. And now I should be able to see if there's anything else in here safely. Still don't know where that feral went. Sure he's just waiting somewhere to jump out at me. Alright, on our way out now. Back to the tower. I suppose it's my last chance to really decide. I feel like once I power this tower up, then we're locked into that escape plan, I'm guessing. Could be wrong. The phone box said not to trust her. But he doesn't give me an alternative. So I guess we just see what happens. Right. That all? She'd usually talk to me when I power these up, but nothing this time. Joyce should be waiting in Dinosaur Charlie in the interchange. Guess I'll go back and say g'day. I just expected a bit more fanfare. Now the interchange entrance in the woods is right down the bottom there, isn't it? Yep. What are you guys doing in my interchange? Do you know I'm aiming at you?
You can't hide. Reload.
Stop making me waste ammo. Terrible. Not there. So I wonder if she... Oh, I guess I'm doing that. So there's somebody sitting in there, and there's somebody sitting here. I wonder if they're even aware of each other. Alright, what do you got to say?
You're back. Brilliant work. All the towers are fully operational again. Thank you. I do hope you didn't have too much trouble with them.
Piece of piss. I picked up a strange signal when I activated the final tower. What was that?
You did? Golly. Well, I didn't hear anything. It must have been an old recording. The zone is just riddled with them, so hardly surprising to hear one pipe up as the tubes start warming up again.
You're lying. Are you hiding something, Joyce? Did you send that message?
I must say I expected a little bit more gratitude. You do realize I'm trying to get us both out of here? You should save your accusations for those who deserve them. Like the buffoons who caused this whole mess. I'm sure it was just an artifact in the system. That and no more. Pay it no mind.
Don't trust
Now
you.
I think it's past time we put an end to this little holiday of ours, don't you? We need one last thing. Our ticket out of here. A piece of Oberon itself.
Oh, here we go. Oberon. So you know what it is?
I've been doing some digging in the files while you were gone. Lots of the data is locked away, but I managed to get a few fragments of it. Oberon seems to be some sort of object at the heart of the plant.
Well, I could have
They
told you
found it
that.
buried near here in the mines, and this whole place was built around it. What the object is, I couldn't tell you. But it does seem it was the source of a material that was at the heart of all the amazing science Bard was doing. My people on the outside can get me out of here, but I'll need a piece of Oberon for them. If you were to help me, I'm sure they'd let you tag along. I mean, you do want to get out, don't you?
Your people? Who do you work for?
I really can't tell you. It's all rather hush-hush. Loose lips and all that. But look, I'm a decently principled girl, aren't I? Got Sunday school prizes and all that. Help me with this, and you can leave with me. You have my word. You need to get to the Oberon site. Once the interchange is fully powered up, you should be able to regain access to it. They were mining something there. It's worth seeing if the old equipment will extract the core of it. Then, well, you see, then you need to burn it.
I don't see how that would be relevant. You mean destroy the Oberon? Something's not right about all
Look,
this.
just hear me out, please. Whatever is there is causing the interference field. Destroying it is our best shot at stopping the interference. And then the door is open for us to be picked up and escape. In any case, it's best that what caused all this mess is finally dealt with, wouldn't you say? Now look, once you get there and destroy the thing, the balloon will properly go up and things are likely to get hot here. So, if you have any loose ends you'd like to tie up, I suggest you attend to those first.
Yep, thank you for the warning. Did you even get the signal out? Have you heard any news about the rescue?
Oh, sorry. Still waiting for a reply, I'm afraid. But if the message made it past the interference, then I'm sure my people will be sorting out something terribly clever for us as we speak. All we can do now is be ready for when they arrive.
Don't trust you. Don't trust you. So we still need to power up more of this place. So this will tell me what else needs power. The critical processor. How do I get to that? Central processor. Can't read. How do I do that? There's the Oberon.
Astonishing that Miss Tanner should escape the convoy ambush with nary a scratch. An unusually resourceful young woman, clearly. She's taken an undue interest in some of our more secure systems. One might reasonably wonder why.
Well, it's nice that you are aware of each other.
I intend to keep my distance from her. I suggest you do the same.
Interesting. So it doesn't leave much else to explore in here except for robotics and medical. Hidden deep in the interchange through the Windscale plant. To open a pathway, the interchange must be fully powered up. If I intend to tamper with it, it could have consequences for the entire quarantine zone. The voice on the telephone wants me to kill Oberon as well. But interestingly, it said if it dies, whereas Tanner here just said destroy it. Which is interesting. So how do I power the rest of this place? It must be robotics. Wherever this central processor is. Well, I think it's time to face the fears and go back to medical. Then we can handle it now. Well, I hope we can. Got a bit more firepower. All I remember is walking in here and two guys in gas masks with glowing eyes charged me and they just didn't want to die. I didn't really appreciate that. Shotgun ammo is very nice. Storage thing as well. So I think they're in that hallway. I'm sure there's more than just those two anyway. Holder is up to something. Church cellar key. You are kidding me. Really? Of all places to find that.
This is log, 28th of September, 57. I knew Dr. Holder was up to something. It's no secret he's been frustrated with the direction of our research, but this takes the biscuit. Last night, Edward let slip about a secret lab Holder has set up in Wyndham Village, under the church, apparently.
Secret lab under the church.
Of all places. For a month, he's been stealing samples, smuggling out lab equipment, and all with God as his witness. Worst of all, Edward knew because he was planning to join him. Holder's got himself a little rogue scientist brigade. I managed to convince Edward to give me a key to the place. Once this fever is down, I'll march over and confront Holder myself.
That is unbelievable. After all that. I hope tipping off the protocol to the church murder wasn't a bad move. Oh, hello there, friend. Just checking in. thrall. Oh, hello. You got friends. You don't carry much, that's a shame. Okay, so I didn't expect this to have a tie back to the church cellar. First aid kit would be very handy. Test subject containment. Very sorry to have to say that security have just informed me they found another dead escaped rat from the biological vectors testing. Thought I made myself abundantly clear the last memo that was circulated to all department heads. We must maintain better experimental security. I know this is a sealed facility, but that does not mean we can simply assume that such incidents will be safely contained. I'm sure I do not need to explain to any of you what the consequences might be if one of these test subjects were to escape and breed with the native rodent population. Righto, what are they doing here? Back at the church. I really had to turn around and get here straight away, I thought. I really wanted to see what was in that cellar. It's been bothering me since very early in the game. So I've bailed on the interchange, and here we are. So the soldiers are still poking around. So now I expect to find a lab and hopefully an elevator key. Here you go. Forgotten cellar. I'm seeing blue things. I'm seeing movement. Okay, the blue stuff is contained. It's not just like a...
Come into the light where I can see you.
Oh, Dr. Holder. He's the one they were just talking about in that recording.
Wait. You're not one of the scientific staff.
No, I'm not. What's your story then? Oh, wow. Nice eyes.
Who the blazes are you? I know every face on the project, and you're not one of them. How did you know I was down here?
I found a clue to this lab while exploring the medical facility.
You found it in... You mean to say you were inside the interchange? Just how did you get in there? They sealed the place tight.
I sort of walked in.
Don't take me for a fool. The most tightly sealed facility in Britain. And you just walked in? The interchange. Open again after all this time. Astonishing. I thought it was sealed for good, and its contents forever out of reach. But look, do you realize what this means? If you have access to the interchange, then we might be able to stop this nightmare before it spreads beyond the wall.
Steady on, I've just walked in here.
5 years. And now so little time left. I'm sorry. You're perfectly right, of course. You have not a reason in the world to trust me at such short acquaintance.
Damn right.
Yet the fact remains, you must. So much depends upon it. We first discovered the growth at the Oberon site. I was one of the team assigned to study it. You know, at first we thought it was benign. Beneficial even, according to the early results.
Oberon site? What is Oberon?
That's the proverbial long story. And we don't have time for it at present. I promise you, you'll have your answers. But first, You must understand what we are dealing with. In our experiments, small doses of the growth in a purified form showed the most astonishing effect on cognitive capability. But it was not purified nearly enough, as it transpired. Its active agent was much more active than we realized. What it was doing to both our bodies and our minds all the while, it beggars imagination. We thought we held the future in a test tube. But all we had isolated was evil in its purest form.
He's talking about the learning stimulant.
But don't worry yourself on that point. Contamination is inevitable here. That stuff started seeping into your blood the moment you set foot inside the zone. But you'll be all right now that you've found me. You just have to trust me. And we have so little time. I desperately need your help.
Alright, what can I do?
I need you to go back to the medical facility, and this time go deeper. All the way down to the quarantine level. Somewhere in there is a sealed cylinder. It's labeled Sample 1. Find it and bring it here to me. Do that, and I can promise answers. Answers and a way out of here. Here's my keycard. It will get you deeper into the medical section.
Oh, thank you. And what is this sample?
It was the first sample of the growth that was extracted. We took it to the lab to test it. That was a few months before the disaster. It's a pure sample, and that's what makes it so important. Before you go, you should help yourself to a dose of my inoculant. There's one lying around here somewhere. If you ever encounter a thick area of growth, or are suffering from a potent strain of the infection, that stuff will ease the burden. It should give you a better chance of surviving infested areas. And with any luck, it will silence the voices in your head. Best of luck.
Oh my god, okay, so we have another alliance, potentially, with its own motivations. He's sending me back to the medical facility, which is what I wanted anyway. So at least I got what I came for in that regard. More training stimulants. But still more answers. Oh, sorry, more questions than answers. An interesting conjecture. Dr. Hanway. It's an interesting conjecture. Unhappily, the only way we can discover if the growth will form specific and specialized organs, if it were grow large enough, is to allow it free rein, and I would hope the arguments against that are self-evident. Even at this generalized level, the organic material is very interesting, showing chemical characteristics not dissimilar to those found in the human brain and nerve tissue. Holder. Alright, so a different reference to the Oberon here as well is calling it the growth. So more evidence that it's a living thing. Training stimulants. Experimental inoculation. Oh, I thought I'd have the option. Take less damage from hazards that cause radiation. Well, I guess... that's good. Ah, okay, so it's actually a skill tree. Okay, that's alright. I thought that might have story consequences, so I wasn't actually going to take it straight away, but that seems fine. I believe this was down here this whole time. Well, now we know. Next step, back to the interchange, back to the medical facility, down the elevator and see what we can find down there, but I probably want to stock up on some ammo before I do that again, just in case there's more of those gas mask freaks. But that will be in the next one. I'm going to hang it up here. If you like this and want to see more, please stick around for the next one, and I will see you then. Cheers.